In a land torn by oppression, under the iron rule of Rome, in a time when hope felt distant and faith was fading, a child was born. Not in a palace, not surrounded by wealth or power, but in the quiet stillness of Bethlehem, in a humble manger, to a young woman named Mary. This is the story told in Jesus of Nazareth, a story not merely of a man, but of a mission, not merely of miracles, but of mercy, not merely of suffering, but of salvation. From the very beginning, the film draws us into a world heavy with expectation, prophecies whispered for generations, a Messiah long awaited, a people longing for deliverance. And into that longing steps Jesus. Portrayed with haunting stillness and piercing eyes, Jesus is not depicted as distant or unreachable. He walks among fishermen. He touches lepers. He speaks to outcasts. He dines with sinners. He speaks words that shake the foundations of power. Blessed are the poor in spirit. Blessed are the meek. Blessed are the peacemakers. In a world obsessed with strength, he teaches humility. In a world built on revenge, he teaches forgiveness. In a society divided by status, he proclaims love. The film carefully unfolds his ministry, the calling of the disciples, simple men, imperfect men, men who doubt, who fear, who struggle, yet are chosen. Peter, impulsive and passionate. Judas, conflicted and restless. Mary Magdalene, redeemed and devoted. Each life transformed by a single encounter. We witness miracles, water turned into wine, the blind receiving sight, the lame walking, storms silenced with a whisper, 5 loaves feeding thousands. Yet the greatest miracle portrayed is not the healing of bodies, but the awakening of hearts. As his influence grows, so does the tension. Religious leaders feel threatened. Roman authorities grow uneasy. Whispers turn into accusations. Admiration turns into conspiracy. And then comes betrayal. A kiss in the darkness of Gethsemane, torches flickering, soldiers advancing, disciples scattering in fear. The film does not rush these moments. It lingers in them. It forces us to feel the weight of every decision, every silence, every tear. Jesus stands before Pilate, calm, unshaken, while crowds cry out for crucifixion. The same voices that once shouted, "Hosanna," now scream, "Crucify him." And still, he does not resist. The scourging is brutal, the crown of thorns merciless, the cross heavy upon torn shoulders. Step by step, through dust and blood and mockery, he walks toward Golgotha. The crucifixion scene is not merely dramatic, it is devastating. Nails pierce flesh, the sky darkens, hope seems to die, and yet even on the cross, his words are not of anger, but forgiveness. "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." In that moment, the film captures the heart of the gospel, love in its purest form, sacrifice without condition, mercy without limit. But the story does not end in silence. The stone is rolled away. The tomb is empty. Fear turns to astonishment. Despair turns to wonder. Resurrection, not as spectacle, but as quiet.